Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We have a decent amount of news today. I got some funny stuff thrown in. I got a lot of everything thrown in. Too much to fit everything into the title. So I'm just gonna start going into it. I know usually I show you guys everything we'll go over, but we got a lot, and let's just start. With that said, if you guys could drop this video a like, I would really appreciate it. So CNBC analyst John Najarian, I hope I got that somewhat close, reveals Bitcoin and crypto portfolio, says wealthy investors want to keep Bitcoin a secret. So he's an options trader, and he says institutional investors will work to stay under the radar as they accumulate Bitcoin. In a new interview with Anthony Pompliano, Najarian unveils his personal crypto portfolio and says he's a big believer in Bitcoin. So what he says is, on a monthly basis, I probably have between 5 and 10% in digital assets, and almost all of it's Bitcoin. A little Ethereum, but mostly Bitcoin. I've got a little Litecoin, a little Stellar, but really I'm about Bitcoin. I'm there because, like you guys like Peter Briger over at Fortress really got me psyched about it. I first got involved at about $300, realized I didn't know what the hell I was doing, didn't get involved again until it was closer to $1,700, so I missed an awful lot of that and didn't sell when it got over 18K or 19K. I didn't liquidate. I would have looked like a genius if I did. He highlights institutional investments in Bitcoin from billionaire investors such as Mark Lassery, who has said that he has 1% of his assets in the leading cryptocurrency. And guys, I know a lot of these guys say they have 1%. I think they're lying. I think they have a lot more than 1%. I think they're just, they're going to tell you, oh, put in 1%. It's a super risky asset. Just put in $100. Meanwhile, I think these guys are just buying it in droves. I think they know what's coming. Big players on Wall Street will increasingly invest in Bitcoin and keep it quiet until they hold a significant position. JP Morgan. I think a lot of them will want to keep it quiet as they're getting in because they'll run it. I don't mean that they'll run in terms of how Bitcoin operates. I mean they'll push the price too far, too fast. So the exact same guys that know that you don't want Goldman knowing that you're buying FireEye or Uber or Microsoft because they'll run it ahead of you. Those same guys are sitting there thinking, I really like this play in Bitcoin here, but I'm not going to say a lot about it until I've got enough of this stuff, because we both know that blocks of it stand out, and so they've got to stay under the radar with these accumulations. So guys, basically, these people are getting their positions now, just like us. If you guys are watching this channel, you guys are probably buying cryptos now. And what are we doing? We are buying and accumulating cryptos because we are expecting a bull run to come. And institutions are doing the exact same thing. They're keeping quiet about it. They're bashing it. Some people have come out in support, like JP Morgan just recently came out in support. But I think they're doing that to set themselves up for, in a year or so, or whenever they decide to really come out and really start pushing Bitcoin, they could say, oh no, you see, look, a year ago we changed our mind about it. But them changing their mind about it, it's not like really in the mainstream. Just we know about it because we read all this little nerdy news that goes on. But they are getting their positions now. Make no doubt about it. Grayscale should be the biggest indicator towards that. And so you want to accumulate with them now. They are accumulating now. Accumulate with them. And then when your grandma's coming in, your best friends are coming in, and they're asking you all types of questions, and they're trying to get in, that's going to be your selling indicator to start dumping some of your bags. And that's exactly how these guys run. So he says, I think it's still just got a foothold that's this big compared to everything else. Compared to gold, stocks, and futures, it hasn't hurt the dollar yet. But eventually what we're doing is going to hurt the dollar, and it's going to hurt my kids. It's going to hurt for years out into the future. All this printing of additional capital, and that's what I love about digital assets like Bitcoin. So another person acknowledging the fact that all this money printing will lead to higher prices in digital assets, or at least lead to people viewing Bitcoin as more of a store of value and of a legitimate asset class. Sounds pretty bullish to me, guys. Now, carrying on, Bitcoin-friendly Elon Musk is now richer than Bitcoin hater Warren Buffett. I mean, are you guys really surprised? Warren Buffett made a great fortune. But Warren Buffett has come out and he says, he doesn't really invest in tech stocks and things like that. And I think, right now, with just how everything that has to do with the stock market is all speculation at this point, right? I mean, we have, little kid TikTok day traders pushing up things like Dogecoin, pushing bankrupt companies up, which shows me that there's a lot of noob investors. And obviously, the big players are taking advantage of this. They are just riding this thing up. The Fed is buying stocks. You have retail buying bankrupt companies. It's honestly insane. So Obviously Elon Musk, it doesn't really surprise me that he surpassed Warren Buffett. However, I would say, I don't really know exactly what Elon Musk's worth or net worth is composed of, but let's say most of it was composed of, let's say he owned a lot of Tesla stock. Who knows how much higher Tesla stock can really go. It seems really over leveraged, and I don't really look at Tesla. If any of you guys, actively trade Tesla or have done some analysis on it, let me know in the comments. But from what I can see, like, I'm just not touching Tesla because it's gone on such a rip to the upside. I don't want anything to really do with it right now. If I do buy Tesla, it would be, once we kind of pull back and, we show some signs of some bullish accumulation. Elon Musk has surpassed Bitcoin, but if Tesla stock crashes and most of Elon Musk's net worth is tied in within his Tesla stock, and he doesn't sell, then Warren Buffett would just pass him. So, it'll be interesting to see if Elon can hold his place above Warren. That would be really interesting, or if Warren will end up flipping Elon sooner at a later date. If you guys like daily cryptocurrency videos like the one provided for you here covering Bitcoin, altcoins, crypto news, everything like that, make sure you guys subscribe to the community and smash the like button. For today, Bitcoin's at 9,200, Ethereum's at 238. We have a 12-cent Cardano, a 19-cent XRP, 607 Chainlink, Stellar's at 9 cents, and VeChain is at 1.8 cents. So the market about the same as yesterday. Fear and Greed Index is also about the same. We're sitting at a 44. I feel like we've been at 44 for just so long. And we also have Ripple pushing to scale XRP payment products around the world because a new job listing. So this new job listing basically hints at this. So a new job opening at Ripple is placing the spotlight on the startup's efforts to scale its XRP-based payment products across the world. In a new listing, Ripple outlines its plan to enter new territories and develop proprietary tools that monitor market movements and liquidity. Ripple is growing, and we are looking for a quantitative developer to help build tools to monitor market activity and liquidity for XRP as we scale our payment products in new markets around the world. The successful candidate would work alongside the company's institutional markets team to leverage data and gain insights into both the foreign exchange and crypto markets. The person is also expected to work with Ripple's engineers and data scientists to develop a top-notch data system. The position will be based out of New York and will require the developer to build analytical tools, applications to scrutinize market risk, monitor liquidity, and follow real-time price action. Earlier this month, Ripple Vice President of Customer Success Marcus Streecher confirmed this, saying that XRP-based remittance platform ODL is live in Europe. The Ripple executive also said the company plans to expand the platform and service more corridors in Asia this year. I know some of you guys probably already know about this, but just for the people who don't. So interesting stuff, guys, interesting stuff. Ripple, I think you see a lot of people coming and leaving Ripple all the time. And a lot of people new in the space are like, oh, why are people leaving Ripple if the company's successful? And the reason, guys, is that people are brought into a company sometimes to do one job, and once that job is done, they're no longer needed, or they're called to do something else, or there's a different place for them to go. But expect to see a lot of people coming and leaving Ripple, and any company for that matter. Expect them to be coming and leaving because not everybody is meant to be a lifelong employee. So I don't really know why people get a little bit of, FUD. They feel a little fearful, a little uncertain when people are leaving Ripple. But guys, it's really nothing to worry about. It's just employees. They're hired to do a job, and then they just end up leaving. For example, I think it was the digital asset investor, and he just interviewed somebody who basically just quit Ripple, and he said, like, look, it was just I just wasn't called to it anymore. He finished what he had to do. He got to the point where he could step back, and he decided to step back for just personal reasons and stuff. It's not like there's any bad blood between them and Ripple. So, just wanted to clarify that. Also, I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. So yesterday we had absolutely beautiful breakout in XLM. And as you guys can see, we're trading in this perfect little pattern here. We had some accumulation and we straight up broke out of the pattern. So that was pretty awesome. And I also wanted to share this with you guys. So this is a tweet I put out, and I said, your mind can't fathom the wealth that is coming. Plan now. It saddens me to know that most in the crypto space will make a great money but end up broke. Do not focus on Lambos. Focus on financial literacy, cash flow, and wealth management. A fool and their money are soon departed. And it's something I want to bring up because I see a lot of people in the space, getting hype over Lambos and getting hype over mansions and stuff like that. And You know, the same people who talk like that and think like that, I realize that they're the same people who also don't have very much invested into crypto. You know, they might have $100 to $1,000 and they're hoping for, you know, their $1,000 to make them a millionaire, right? Guys, the lotto mindset isn't going to work. Even if you make a lot of money and your $1,000 turns into $1 million in the grand scheme of things is not that much money. You will burn through $1 million very quickly, especially if you're buying a Lambo. Most people look at a Lambo, they're like, oh, look, I can get an Aventador for, I don't know how much they are, 150,000, but you're not looking at, you know, what's it going to cost to register that? What's the tax on it? Lambos are breaking down constantly. And then, you know, what if you get rear-ended? You have the money to replace that bumper after. And eventually you realize, wow, this car is a liability. So, every car is already a liability. Why would you get the most expensive liability type car that you can? And even if you don't get a Lambo, let's say you get a Ferrari or you get just something that's expensive. Why? For what? Who do you want to impress? You're better off continuing to invest your money, develop cash flow, learn wealth management, okay? You do not want to be the fool that is soon parted with their money because you don't know what you are doing. So anyways, guys, if you are the type of person who's looking at this and all you see at the end of this tunnel, you see yourself making money and then you just see cars and mansions and things like that, stop living in dream world, please. I say this out of love, because I want people to be successful. I want you to be rich so that you could go out and make a change in the world. Because unfortunately, the reality is that money is power, and if you have no money, you don't hold any power. However, if you have money, if you have capital, you can actually change the world. You can change the people's lives around you. You can invest into the charities you want to invest in. You can fund organizations you believe in. When you have money, you can accomplish things. But when you make money and you spend it on Lambos, you just end up broke. Honestly, guys, right now I'm still driving around in my beater car. I've had this car for, you know, a number of years now. It's got about 180,000 miles on it, and you know, when my bags really take off and I cash some out, I'll probably just upgrade my car to, I don't know, a 2016 Honda. You know, like, I'm not going all out. I want something that's still going to be good on gas. And to me, I'm just not here for Lambos and cars. Anyways, enough ranting. Barbados is planning to let people stay and work remotely for a year. So if you guys are making money with your crypto's going up, you no longer like your state or the place you're living in. Motley said lawmakers were looking at introducing the 12-month Barbados welcome stamp, noting that restrictions due to the pandemic had made short-term travel more difficult because of the testing now required. You don't need to work in Europe or the US or Latin America if you can come here and work for a couple months at a time, go back and come back, she said in a speech last week. According to Barbados Government Information Services website, she added that it would allow persons to come and work from here overseas, digitally so that persons don't need to remain in the countries in which they are. Let me tell you guys something. If by the time crypto goes up and the US, because I'm in the US, if we're still experiencing you know, these crazy riots that are going on, you know, the increasing tensions, police brutality, everything like that, just all the nonsense that is going on in the world right now, including the pandemic, I will probably you know, take full advantage of this. I do not plan on staying. Now, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, you know, I'd never leave the US, I'm a patriot, you know, yada yada. Listen, when you have a couple $1 million in the bank and you realize that the people driving the US boat are not going down with the ship, but they have already jumped off, you're probably going to jump off that boat as well. And because of that, I sent this to my girlfriend, and then she was like, oh, this reminds me of that Friday movie clip. And I was like, oh, that is awesome. It totally reminds me of that. So if you guys haven't seen this, it's really funny. And if you guys have, you're probably already cheesing a little bit, but let me just play this for you guys.
Yeah, Craig, you gotta have a little money to live out here. Got to have it. Now, I know what you're thinking. I was the one back in the day always talking about I love the hood. I love the ghetto. I was the one said I wasn't the kind of nigga make a little money and run to the suburbs. Yeah, you right. That's what I said. But as soon as I got my check, I was gone.
Guys, as soon as that crypto goes up, and if America is not getting better, I am gonna be gone. I don't know about y'all, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys are in the US and things don't get better and your crypto bags are up, are you really gonna stay? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get into blockchain and gaming. So blockchain changes gaming economics, Forte exec explains. I think the gaming industry, well, obviously the gaming industry is blowing up. For those of you who don't know, look into esports arenas and esports teams and look at how big this sector is coming. The gaming sector is something you should definitely keep your eye on, especially if you're into cryptocurrencies, because crypto and blockchain is going to greatly affect gaming and the gaming industry. So during a gaming-focused unitized digital conference, Mike Termsey, Vice President of Token Economics at Blockchain Technology Services Forte Labs, explained blockchain can alter gaming market ecosystems. During the panel, Termsey and Eric Kress discussed a number of points on the current gaming scene. Topics included comments on various gaming communities and digital in-game products. After noting a number of points on blockchain application in gaming, Termsey dialed into the economics surrounding games and the value blockchain brings. He said, when you allow for ownership and you have a marketplace, then the market dynamics will start governing what people regard as being rare and what people regard as being extremely valuable versus what people regard as being relatively common. In mentioning ownership, Termsey means a digital product or in-game aspect underpinned by blockchain, making that aspect of the game essentially an asset. So what they're talking about, guys, is tokenizing in-game assets. So if I could think of a quick example, let's say, a lot of kids play Minecraft, right? And with Minecraft, I don't know, you can get like swords and pickaxes and stuff. Well, imagine, the item that you would get in the game, let's say Minecraft, is actually tokenized. So that sword you hold in your hand is like on the blockchain. It's a tokenized asset, and it would actually have some intrinsic value. Another example could be like, let's say Call of Duty, and you could get some type of item in Call of Duty that is like on a blockchain and backed by value. You could sell and exchange these things. It's kind of like if any of you guys know what Decentraland is, go ahead and look into that. Decentraland is a crazy project. You should definitely just be aware of it and know what's going on with it, because it's honestly, I think it's pretty game changing. Termsey referred to this as a token economy, with assets even available for transfer out of their specific in-game world for trade. An asset of this world, for example, could be a soccer player from a FIFA game pegged onto the blockchain. Now, if this is going over your head, I'm sure the most of you guys who are not into this is going right over your head, but this is big, okay? So if you don't understand it, don't think it's worthless. If you don't understand this, just try to understand it, do some research, because this is going to greatly impact gaming. A developer can clearly influence this by the number of assets on each type that's minted, but ultimately it allows for the players to express themselves what they find to be valuable. So guys, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Kids are already playing video games all the time. Even adults, they're getting sucked into video games, and blockchain is going to disrupt that industry, no doubt. Crypto giveaway scams continue to flourish on YouTube, guys. I just want to add this in here because oh my God, it gets me so mad, but I cannot believe that these people are running ads and YouTube is allowing them to run ads. If you see any type of giveaway that looks like this, or you see anything, and I mean like Elon Musk or Chamath Palihapitiya or Anthony Pompliano or Vitalik Buterin or CZ from Binance, and they're giving away 5,000 Bitcoin or 100,000 Ethereum, or Brad Garlinghouse giving away 1 million XRP. Guys, it's BS, okay? If it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Do not give your crypto to these people. And same thing with the bots in the comments, guys. I'm trying to clean up the bots in the comments. Just don't even listen to them. Disregard them. So with that said, that is the video. I hope you guys are all having a great day. If you made it this far and you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe. Again, we do a daily video covering Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you guys could take a quick second to just like this video, helps push it out to more people, helps us grow the community. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you guys want to join the Discord, then go ahead and join the Discord. The link is in the description, and we can continue the conversation. With that said, I hope you guys are all having a great day and hodling strong. I will see you all tomorrow.